I figure I'm in a roll. Might as well just talk some more. Why aren't my boys in my life right now? Let's talk about that. My boys should be in my life right now. Let's say that. Legally, they should be in my life. I've done everything that I was told to by the court to have them in my life. Um, Unfortunately, I haven't talked to them in like 2.5 years. And it's because she doesn't let me talk to them. But at the same time, she took me back to court. So I had to pay for her lawyer that she used to sue me after they took my license and everything else. Oh, that father's advocate attorney. I'm not naming names, but no. Just saying no. Um, it's all about billing and money. That's all it is. But I did get my license back. Thank God. It just cost like $4,000. But they take your license when you don't pay child support. And I was behind on child support. And actually, I didn't know they did that until I got a hold of child. And it goes back and forth, back and forth. And I talk to them, and I understand where they stand. They understand where I stand. I mean, I just trying to get along. And then so we had an agreement. We signed in court actually, and I went to Academy a little while ago because everything's going well. So I thought maybe I could actually see them if I had the paperwork and stuff. Couldn't find the fucking paperwork. Couldn't find the paperwork that said I have a right to see them. Then I lost my job. But I did have a right to see them 2.5 years ago. She stopped me from letting me talk to them. And if no one joining or watching, your dad has always tried to be with you. It's your mom that stopped it. You want to sue me? Go right ahead, sue me. I'll see you in court. You haven't let me talk to them in 2.5 years. And as well as you wanted me to pay for the braces and pay for your lawyer. And I could probably call your attorney and tell him that you begrudge them both. And I think now you're retired, so you're not doing shit, to be honest with you. So, but my boys are not in my life because she does not want them in my life. And this is one of the things I was talking about. The system will screw you over. They go to, private school, $30,000 a year, always. They've been on cruises. They've done everything, been everywhere. Nothing I could do was good enough for them or first. And it is a complete emasculation of me in every possible way, of any way of being a father that I could be to them. And I tried so much. I destroyed the relationship that I was in. I hurt people that I was with. I hurt people that loved me. And I still, I fucked up every holiday, and I was horrible because I was so kicked to the side, and how I, was so close to my dad. And I really wanted that and wanted something like that. And I went bankrupt, and I got evicted, and I got utilities shut off. And I got a whole video on me telling my son I can't afford it and explaining him what I can't afford it means. No joke. Six or seven or eight. Yeah, I think it was 7 or 8. And I explained to him why I couldn't afford it. Never heard this before. My kids live a life of absolute luxury of the 0.005%, but they don't have me. I cannot relate. And I would hope they grow a pair and they realize what has happened. Maybe they'll see this video and realize what has happened. And they can reach out to me if they want to. She controls them. She's always controlled them. And that family's always been very controlling. Is this personal? Oh, yeah, absolutely, it's personal. Nothing I have said is not the truth. So help me God. And you want to sue me? Whatever. I don't give a shit anymore. Go ahead. You haven't let me talk to him in 2.5 years. You have no grounds. And live a life of luxury. 2.5 live in their own world, and they can never relate to me or my work, my toil, my hardship, my all of it. And I was going to try to keep everything, and I had a file about this thick because um, when we got a final divorce, I remember I was at YMCA, and I'm like, you know, Sherry, this isn't the end of it. I want to be in my boys' lives, and this is just the start. And I go, I want your parents to hear this too. I go, Dave, bro, I go, this is just the start of this. I am not going to quit till I'm in my boy's life. And it took 4 years. It took 2 or 3 days of examinations to prove my sanity. It took a massive amount of money personally from me, $25,000-$30,000 at least. And then I did have them over, but nothing I did, nothing I said, nothing I could do with them was good enough. And then she always made play dates on this day and this day, and they did. She completely used the system to the most that she could. When I got a place close to where she was so I could see them, I was like, okay, maybe we don't have to have, we have supervised visits at my house because I lived, Christopher Wren, lived down here. And she was like, no, I'm not letting it happen. We still have to go there. So she made it. I had to go see them in a surveillance, like it was a room about this big. They had someone there taking notes. They had cameras for everybody, and you were watched and you were surveilled. And I would see parents that haven't seen their kids because they are in prison or whatever. And there was a Bible bear next to me, and he's always mentioned Jesus. And you go there with all your stuff, and you have to wait to see them. I remember Jonah did not want to see me the first time. I do distinctly remember that. He ran back and he cried, and he goes, I do not want to see Dad here. I do not want to see Dad here. And I got, you buy a bunch of stuff. And the first time you go there, you're like, why is everybody bringing all their stuff? Why all this stuff is just, I don't get it. And then at the end, I had a bag of stuff. Actually, some of it got stolen on my pilot, but it's not here nor there. And on a beautiful day, gorgeous day, I had to wait for my kids. But at the same time, I was being addicted to everybody that could be close to me. Everybody that could be close to me. I was completely I was showing them absolutely no emotion, no love, no anything for what they were doing for me, and they were doing everything for me. I'm not going to mention who it was because they know who they are. So as I say, I am here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose, and hopefully I can learn. Or else I will be solitary the rest of my life. And but on a beautiful, gorgeous day like this, I had to wait for him. It was really nice. It's nice. It was sunny. I couldn't take him outside. Anytime I'd meet them, her dad was there. Her dad had to be there. Dad fucking had to be there. Dad had to fucking be there. Man, I tell you, I married a nightmare. I married Jewish. It was the biggest fucking mistake of my life. Unfortunately, that's how it went down. And I know it's not, it's really personal. It's no personal than everything else that I've been saying of where I am today in my world. If you want to understand what I've been through, and you want to understand me, and you want to understand why I am how I am, you have to understand what happened and what I went through. It takes two to tango. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I didn't keep a job. I got migraines. I quit work, and she was pregnant, and I quit work again. She was pregnant, and we signed for the house, and they let me go, right after. And that was like $270,000 mortgage, whatever. And they said, "Oh, we're fine," and then they let me go. But as a father, I never had the 50-50. What I had, she took away. And she made very difficult. And she pinpricked everything. And she nitpicked everything. And she nitpicked me. And she lectured me and all of it. And all of it. And a lot of mothers that don't do that to their husbands because the kids. She used them as an absolute weapon the whole fucking time. Let her say different. Let her say different. I will interview her and I will talk to her and we will go through time after fucking time after time after time after time. She had made it so I would never have a bond with them that was even close to, no, not even close to, 1/20th of what I had with my dad. 1/20th I had with my dad. Yep. So that's why they're not in my life. Because she's illegally keeping them away. And if they see this, reach out. I really want to connect with them. Unfortunately, I was getting my shit together and I just couldn't find that form. And then I lost my job. And then, well, I'm back to looking for jobs. So I'm back to my original nightmare was work. So that's it. Peace out.